Heath Ledger, 10 years later. Exactly 10 years ago, 22nd of January, 2008, 28-year-old Heath Ledger died. That was his death. That's actually how I found out about him for the first time. I was 10 years old. I still remember where I was and what I was doing when I heard he died. I was at my aunt's house, and she was telling me that he had died and that he was to play the Joker. At that time, I was a huge Batman fan. Still am, but I was used to the cartoon, the animated series where Mark Hamill played the Joker, and the late 80s movie when Jack Nicholson played the Joker. And then she shows me the newspaper that had Heath Ledger's picture on it, and I was just like, he does not look like the Joker at all. And then shortly after, like a week after he died, the movie trailer came out, and I was like, that's him. Sorry, hit the table there. I was like, that's him? And my mom was like, yep, that's Heath Ledger, an actor who died about a week ago. And I was just like, wow, this is incredible. And I was kind of worried. I was like, did he fully complete it? Mom's like, let's have a look. So she did a little bit of research, and my mom was like, yep. And she read the article aloud that he had fully completed the entire Dark Knight movie before he died. I was just like, whew, well, that's good news. Yeah, the trailers for The Dark Knight that really erupted that year, 2008. 10 years since The Dark Knight came out, 10 years since he died. Heath Ledger was one of the best actors who ever lived. He may not have had big success until the mid-2000s when he was in Brokeback Mountain and 10 Things I Hate About You in the late 90s, and I thought that he was a really good actor. No, not a good actor. A fantastic actor. Very, very talented young man. I feel that when he died, he was at the top. He was at his height. If The Dark Knight came out and he was alive to see it, he would have been the worldwide superstar. Well, he would still be that worldwide star, just with us and making films. His last film ever was The Imaginarium of Doctor Parnassus. And that movie he was not finished filming when he passed away. He was still filming it when he died in New York. He has a daughter, Matilda, who he had with his girlfriend, Michelle Williams, who worked with him alongside Jake Gyllenhaal in Brokeback Mountain. It really does break my heart that his daughter, Matilda, doesn't have a father. I hope she knows who he was, who her dad was. And almost a year ago, a documentary about him on Spike aired. The documentary was called I Am Heath Ledger, and it featured never-before-seen footages of the young man. And I thought, after watching the documentary, he would have been a great YouTuber, a great YouTube personality. He was his own director, some said. I say he looked like a very fun guy to hang out with. Well, he didn't just look like a fun guy, he seemed like a fun guy to hang out with. But we don't know 100% sure of who he was. But what we do know is that he was a very, very nice guy, and very talented with his acting. And 10 years after his death, he is still celebrated as the Joker, but other people who know his other films, including 10 Things I Hate About You, Brokeback Mountain, and The Patriot. He's done a lot of other films that I'm sure a lot of us are not aware about. But in the 10 years that I've learned about Heath Ledger, I've learned that he was amazing. Thank you for everything that you've taught us.